Okay, now I'll start with pointer. Pointer is the most critical part, so please try to understand as much as you can. Uh, I'm just going out to the basics. I think that you can clear your doubts after going through this slide. So, what is a pointer, right? So, a pointer is nothing but a variable whose value is actually the address of another variable. Okay, so what is the difference between a variable and a pointer? A variable can hold a value, and a pointer is itself a variable, but it can hold the address of another variable, right? So suppose I am taking void main int x equal to 5, I am printing %x and mm, percent is u ampersand x. So always remember, if I am doing this, then it will print the value, and I have to print in address of the x. So I have to write ampersand x, right? So it will give you the address of the variable. Now, if I want to do this program with pointer, okay. Now what will be the changes? Int x equal to 5, it will remain same, and this is the declaration of the pointer. First you have to declare the int, you have to use the star, you have to give the space in between. Star is a symbol for representing the pointer, and p is the pointer name. You can use any name, okay, no need to use p is a pointer name. Now obviously I have told you that p is a variable whose value is the address of another variable. So what is the another variable over here? X. So obviously I have taken p to store the address of x. So what should I write? P equal to ampersand of x. Why ampersand of x? Because p is a pointer and it can hold the address of any other variable. So if I am writing ampersand x, obviously this ampersand x will return the address of the variable x, which can be held in p, right? So if I am now, if I print p printf %up, then what it will print? 9001, which is the address of the variable x, right? And if I am printing star p, then it will give you 5, right? Then how it is working? See that part. X is a variable. It is allocating a memory block whose value is 5. Obviously x has some address, that is 9001. When I am writing p equal to ampersand x, so p is holding the address of x, that is 9001. And if I am printing %d star p, now what is star p? I can write star p as star of ampersand x. Now ampersand x is what? Address of x, star of address of x, that means its corresponding value, that is 5. Always remember, ampersand means address, star means value. So star p is equivalent to star of ampersand x is 9001, star of 9001 is what? That is 5. Ampersand x is 9001, star of ampersand 9001 means 5. So always remember that star means value, ampersand means address. Okay, so got my point? So I'm just repeating again, x equal to 5, this is a standard variable. I'm taking a pointer, declaration is data type space star, star is the symbol for representing a pointer, p is the pointer name. Now I have to allocate p to the address of some variable. So I have taken one variable x, so p equal to ampersand x, that means the address of x, that is 9000 was, is allocated to p. So if I print %u comma p, then it will give you 9001. If I am printing %d star p, then obviously it will give you 5. Why? Because star p represents star of ampersand x is the address, star of address means its value, that is 5. Okay, so now I can do any programming with a pointer. Now here you have done the programming that calculate the area of a circle, right? Now the question has been said, calculate the area of a circle using pointer. So I have to take obviously two variables. One is for scanning the radius and other to store the value, right? How many variables are there? Two. So if I want to transform this program into pointer, then obviously I have to take two pointers, one for radius, one for area. So I have declared two variables of the same data type, that is star p radius and star p area. Obviously I have to allocate this one to the address of this one. That's why I've written star p radius equal to ampersand of radius and star p area to the ampersand of area. Then after writing these two lines, I can't use radius and area. Why? Because I have already stored the address into p radius and p area. So after these two lines, you have to use this one. And always remember, if I access this to one, then obviously I can access this one indirectly by their address. This is our positive point. Whatever changes I have to do after this one, I am making those changes in the address, not in directly to the variables. Okay. So enter the radius. So %lf, this long float, I have taken double. That's why what I am writing, p radius, not star p radius. P radius. P radius means what? Ampersand radius. So obviously, whatever user is giving over here, that will be stored in ampersand radius. That means radius variables address. Just like the previous C programs you have done. So I am getting the p radius, then p radius, p radius. I have used star over here. This is the arithmetic operator, but this star p radius denotes the value at ampersand radius. This represents value at ampersand radius. Star p radius means what? I can write star of ampersand radius. So obviously ampersand radius I have scanned. So star of ampersand radius means each corresponding value the user has provided. So that will be replaced by this one, and that will be replaced by this one, and ultimately I am getting it and I am storing in star p area. Okay. So obviously why star p area? Because obviously p area represents star of represents ampersand area, means it is holding the address of area. So whatever output is generating from the right hand side, that will be stored in the address of p area. Okay. So if I write %lf star of p area, that means it will print the value at the address of area variable, right? So go through it once. Now pointer to an array. I can access any array program through pointer. So suppose this is the array named A0, A1 represents the index, and this is the base address of the array. And obviously it is an integer array, so the next address will be 1002, 1004 in this way. So I suppose I am taking an integer variable. Now you know that in star p, so I have to point it to somewhere. Where should I point? Obviously from the start index, that means to this element. So you can write p equal to a, or you can write p equal to ampersand of a0. Both signifies the same meaning. So you can look at this part and you can see that p equal to ampersand of a0 means what? P equal to 1000. That means it is already allocated to the base address of the array. Now if you print percentage p, then it will give you 1000. That is the address of a0. And if you print star p, that means star p means what? Star of ampersand a0. That means ampersand a0 represents 1000. Star of 1000 means value at 1000, that is 1. So it will give you 1. Now, can anybody tell me that what will be the output printf percentage star p plus plus? Now, always remember star p plus plus. Now, star p plus plus means this p plus plus should be executed always first. Always remember, star p plus plus means p plus plus execution should be taken place first, then the remaining one. So now what p is holding? P equal to ampersand 0, that is 1000. P plus plus means what? P equal to p plus 1. So the address should be incremented one time. Now don't get here confused. It will be not 1000 plus 1. Why? Because the address will be incremented one time. Now since it is an integer array, what will be the next block size? What will be the next block size? 1002. Why 1002? Because 1000 plus 2 byte. So then it will go to the next address, that is 1000 plus 2, that is 1002, not 1000 plus 1. P plus plus means it will increment the address by one time, but by how many bytes? It depends on the data type of the array. Since it is an integer array, so 1000 plus 2, that is 1002. That means the pointer will move to the next address, that is 1002. Now star p plus plus is executed. P plus plus is equivalent to 1002. Now star of 1002 means what? 2. So it will give you 2. Okay. So now this is the main concept, that how to access a array with a pointer. This part always remember. This is the most important part. P plus plus should be executed first, then it's star. Okay. Now suppose this is an example. This is an array. I have taken two integer pointers. I have pointed the first integer to the base address of the array, that is 1, and I have pointed the second pointer. It will be ptr 2, right? It will be ptr2 equal to ptr, I made a mistake, ptr2 equal to ptr1 plus 2. Now ptr1 plus 2 means what? ptr1 is pointed to the base address of 1. It will be incremented 2 times. That means, suppose this is the base address of 1000, so it will point to the next one, that is 1002, then again 1004, right? So ptr2 is pointing over here and ptr1 is pointing over here. Now ptr2 minus ptr1 means it will return the number of elements in between the two pointer. Number of elements means what? ptr2 is pointing to this one, ptr1 is pointing to this one, right? So ptr2 minus ptr1, that means 1 to 2 one time, 2 to 3 two time. So you have to pass two elements, so the output is 2, right? Clear? Okay. Now pointer to a pointer, read this part very carefully. Int x equal to 1, int star px, this part you know now. Now I am using int star star ppx. Previously you were using 1 star. 1 star means pointer to a variable. Star star ppx means pointer to a pointer, right? So what is pointer to a pointer? ppx is a pointer which can point another pointer, right? So first start with the basic one. Px is a pointer to a variable, so px equal to ampersand x. Ppx is a pointer to a pointer, that means it can only point a pointer. So I am writing ppx equal to ampersand of px. Now what is the diagrammatically view? Go from this part, x is the variable, this is the value, this is the base address of the array. Now px equal to ampersand means what? Px is holding the address of x, that is 1002. Suppose the base address of px is 1004. Now ppx is pointing to this one, that means actually ppx is holding the address of px, that is 2004. So 2004 is its value and pps is address is suppose 4008. So if somebody has written pf%d star star ppx, so star star ppx means what? Go this part. ppx can be replaced by star px. Star px means what? Ppx should be replaced by ampersand px. Ampersand px means what? 2004. Star of 2004 means what? 1002. 1002. Star of 1002. That means star of 1002 means what? 10. So it will represent 10. Okay. Now why we are actually using the pointer? This is the most important part. Pass by value and pass by address, means call by value and call by address. Suppose I am writing a logic of swap, okay, swapping two variables using third variable by function calling. So first one, you know that I am taking two variables, scanning the input, then I am calling the swap function, swap ab, I am passing the values, and these values will be coming over here, and I am writing the logic over here, and then I am again printing AB value. Now see what will be the output in this line. What will be the output? Suppose the input is 1 2, so the output of this line will be 1 2. Now I am calling swap function AB, so 1 2 will be passed over here, that will be stored in this variable, and swap logic will be executed here. So if I ask you that what will be the value of A and B in this line, that is after calling swap function, the value will not be changed. Means suppose this is the 1 2, here it will be 1 2. I am calling the swap function, that means here the swap logic will be executed. And then if I print AB's values over here, then after calling swap function, the AB value will be also 1 2, not 2 1. Why? Because the logic I have written in a separate function. This main function is separate, this swap function is separate. So the change will be occurred in this part, not in this part. If I print AB's value over here in this function swap, then it will be getting its updated value, right? So this is a problem, that if I execute any update function outside the main function, then the changes should occur there, not inside the main function. In the main function, I'm not getting the updated value. So what we have to do, we have to make the change at the address. Now here comes the pointer. Pointer do what? Pointer is actually storing the address of the variable. So if I make these changes at the address, then obviously that whatever update is going to happen, that will occur at the address of the variable. So then main can pick up the updated part. So let's see how to change this part into call by address, means call by pointer, means you have to use the pointer. So nothing changes will be there actually, only some parts. It is the same. Here you have to pass the address, because you have to pass the address so that the pointer can access them. So look over here, ampersand A, ampersand B, that means address of A and B is passing, and this part is actually received by those two pointers. And whatever the changes is going to happen, that will be obviously star x equal to star y, because it's a pointers. So obviously whatever changes is making over here, that is actually happening in the address of A and B. And if I write after calling swap function A and B, if I print A and B after this line, then I will get the updated value, because here I have not passed the value, I have passed the address, and whatever changes the pointer is doing, that the changes are occurring at the address. So I can get the updated value inside main function. So read this part very carefully. Call by value and call by address. No need to write this program. You can do any program. This is a sample one. So look this part. This is a diagrammatical representation. I have also included this part in your notes. So see that part. I have just described it. So I hope that much conception has been cleared. So go through this part, and if you have any doubt, just revert me back and I will be there. So thank you for listening.